Basketball, you betcha. I'm back. It's the Daily Trainer, and I'm ready to give you what you need, guaranteed to succeed each and every day for the game that you love to play. And that's all I got to say. So let's get right into it. Today, we are working that handle out. Okay, we want to wear your arms and shoulders out, wrists hurting, hands hurting. We want it to just be a lot of dribbling today. So that is what we're going to do. Now, not so much that we're not going to shoot the basketball, but we're just going to lay it up. We're not going to get into too much shooting today. I want you to strictly focus on just pounding that basketball and really getting better at dribbling. So I'm going to give you every drill that you need in order to, again, succeed in this dribbling aspect of what you want to do and be a good ball handler. Okay, so first it's going to start with being stationary. We just have to have control of the basketball. Yes, we are going to move. We are going to give you kind of game simulated dribbling, but we got to first know that we have control of the basketball. If we can't control it standing, how are we going to control it moving, right? So we want to go low dribbles, okay? And then you're going to do that for 20 seconds. You're going to go left and right. Then you're going to go mid dribbles, left and right. Then you're going to go high dribbles, left and right. Then I want to give you just a sense of control where you're going to work your in and out dribble, okay? So you're bringing that ball from one side of your body to the other side. That's a little bit different flow than just keeping your hand on top of the basketball. You got to kind of move your hand around the basketball a lot. You're going to do that for 20 seconds, and then you're also going to go side to side with your dribble, okay? Not moving. Your ball's going to be on the side of your body, and you're going to be doing it that way. That's going to be a key dribble for you just when you're warming up, okay? We're going to do that 3 times. Then we're going to go into our next series of dribbling, okay? So we're going to pound the basketball like you were doing, and then we're going to work our crossover, okay? So you're going to cross it back after you do that, and then you're also going to work just a regular crossover without a pound dribble, and then you're going to work basically between the legs without moving your legs to counter. And then once you've done that on both sides, you will then alternate through the legs. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now in the very first sequence of all the dribbling, okay? Stationary. And we want it, like I said, keep it simple to where we're not doing too much just yet, but we are going to get into more of the dribbling, okay? And then the last one I want you to do, just to warm it up for the drills coming up when we start moving, is I want you to go behind the back. Now that one's tough just because it's at an awkward angle, but again, you're going to do that 20 seconds. Now, in between each set of different moves, I want you to go back to doing your low dribble, your mid dribble, your high dribble, but you're only going to do one set of those with the in and out with the side to side dribble, okay? So I hope that wasn't too confusing. And then no free throws. If you feel a little tired, a little winded, you can go over to the side and get a drink of water real quick, as we're going to get right back into this dribbling. Right now, as we continue this dribbling, we want to look into moving just a little bit. So all those variations of what we were talking about, low, mid, high, we're going to start moving forward with those dribbles. So if you have a half court and you got a good distance where you are, if you have a marker of some kind, a cone, put all of that in front of you and get to that spot. We want you to do it going forward. We want you to do it walking backwards. If you don't feel comfortable doing it backwards, then just turn around and then do it frontwards again. Again, you have to move, and you really got to get a feel for your rhythm as you move with that basketball. You know, are you losing control when you take a certain step? Are you leaning too much to one side? Do you not have control of the ball? All these things happening together is only one of them happening. So you just got to kind of figure out what that thing is while you continue to figure out what kind of ball handler you are, okay? Remember, you're going to do it with the right and the left hand. We're also going to work our pound and our cross. We're also going to work our double cross, and then we're going to work through the legs where we pound it and go through. It's very similar to the alternating through the legs. Now, just remember, as you lose the basketball, I want you to start over. I don't want you to stay in place and continue to keep dribbling. I want you to start all over so that feels as if you need more of a challenge to do it perfect from the bottom of the baseline to whatever spot it is that you are going to. Okay, I want you to do these drills only 2 times through. Okay, we're going to get a good repetition of all these moves, especially on the move. So don't worry about doing so many just when we're kind of walking the basketball up the floor here. All right, remember, have a good base. Okay, you want to make sure knees are bent. You want to make sure your chest is up, and your eyes can be up. They can be down right now if you are just starting and you're kind of lost in the sense of the moves and you're worried about whether you're doing the moves right. We'll just look down, see if you're doing the moves right, really get a feel for the basketball. And I mean, really, that's just what you're going to get into with that type of drill work. Behind the back's going to be a little tough. We'll throw it on here if you want to do that. But that one's really tough when you're just starting out. So for the more advanced players, go ahead and do the behind the back coming up the floor. But we will get into a different move set with that. Speaking of that, now we're going to look into doing the drills that we talked about. The first drill that I actually want you to do is going to be a drill where you're going to have 2 basketballs. And one basketball is basically going to represent the change of direction. And you're going to use the crossover, you're going to use through the legs, and you're going to use behind the back with this drill. So you're going to dribble to the basketball, cross over, you kind of slam it down. You're going to work a little bit of a defensive slide, but really just to get you to stay low. You're going to pick it up, you're going to rip it through, you're going to go hard again. So you're going to do this 2 times through, okay? And it could be a full court or a half court, whatever you have in front of you. And you're just going to use the 2 balls so it doesn't get confusing. You're going to do crossovers first. So every time you get to the basketball, you're going to cross over, slam the ball down, slide back, pick up the basketball, rip through, cross over at the basketball, get to 2 dribbles ahead, boom, same thing. So everything will be 2 dribbles after the crossover, whether it's a regular crossover through the legs or behind the back. Okay, so again, you're working those same movements again, same dribbles again, and you're working it in this particular drill. All right, and our next one is going to be our zigzag dribbling. Okay, with our zigzag dribbling, it allows us again to do all these moves where we are kind of going diagonal in a way where we're getting pressured. So we're learning how to keep that basketball away from the defender, and then we're learning how to shift our hips or turn our hips to get by. So we're going to cross over again on the zigzag. We're going to do everything twice. We're going to go through the legs, and we're going to go behind the back. Now, as you do these moves, I'm also going to have you come from the sideline, okay, or the wing, I should say, and you're going to go to the elbow. And now this is where you're going to actually lay the basketball up. You're going to work the crossovers. You're going to work crossovers. You're going to work through the legs, and you're going to work behind the back there. And you're just going to make a total of 5 layups on each side. So you can give me a variation of those moves however you would like to do them. Make sure you do it on the right side and the left side. And then take a quick break, and then we're going to finish up with our dribbling right after that. And now to finish off the supreme dribbling circuit, we're going to work a little conditioning in there. So now with the conditioning, we are going to basically have the basketball and some cones set up on the key, and you're going to work your single leg step back, right? Or not a step back, I'm sorry, just single leg stop. And you're just going to work your dribble where you're going to cross, boom, single leg stop. There's a few cones that'll be set out. You can do 4, you can do 5, you can do 6, but it's a pretty easy drill. It's one of our newer drills that we have on the channel. And like I said, we're going to have more new ones for you. You're going to do that on both sides. And it's a little difficult, but it's an easy drill at the same time. And then our last thing that you're going to do is you're just going to do burnout drills, okay? And that's with your low dribble. You're going to take it and you're just going to dribble as low as you can, as quick as you can. And you're going to do a minute on your right hand, a minute on your left hand. Whew, you're not going to be able to feel it. And then I will let you shoot free throws at the end, as it is the end of our workout. Okay, another great session of dribbling always helps you improve just a little bit. So remember, the goal isn't to get great in 1 or 2 days or a week. It is to get a little bit better each day. So if you can do that, You're slowly catching up to the people that are better than you. And you're also slowly working on your confidence and building it to the highest level. So remember, basketball youth, someone's always working. Are you?